Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday morning. It's September 15th. We're moving through the year pretty quick, I feel like. But anyway, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm glad to see you guys here on this fine Monday morning. Last week Thursday, we did a 10 to 80 leveling stream. There's a replay VOD of that up on YouTube if you haven't had a chance to check that out yet. I was planning on getting the polished guide for that up and live on YouTube this weekend, but let's just say I didn't quite get that finished yet. So I'm hoping to have that out by Wednesday. But I'll let you guys know as soon as I do. That is for sure. Now, the weekend seemed to be a little bit busier than I would have liked. But that's okay. I did make some progress on it. Probably about 30-40% the way through it. So anyway, that's an update on that. So let's jump in and kind of look and give you a heads up on how the gold went for this weekend. Here, we'll jump on Mr. Apadaway first. He's my inscription guy. Hey, Martin. Hey, man. Welcome in. I appreciate you swinging in. Hope you had a great weekend. The Apadaway here is my inscription guy. Been kind of just playing with, milling a little bit and boundless ciphers and the apricot ink. I'm sure I mispronounced that, but okay, let's see. We got 150 ciphers I didn't sell. Well, that's not good. I feel like the listing cost for these is pretty high. Good morning, Avance. Hope you had a great weekend. Martin says, really good guides you had on YouTube. Was good, by the way. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I definitely try to make sure the guides that I do are really helpful for people. And the feedback I get has been really positive about them. So I'm doing something right. Right? But what I like to think about it is you're only as good as your last guide. So I try to push and make them even better every time I can. So let's see, these 150, gonna relist these back. It's hopefully 22,000 gold that we can get going on with that. But let's see, do I have any more ciphers sitting on this guy? I don't think so. Okay, no I don't. Okay, good. That was what, 22,000 gold worth of ciphers. Oh, we just sold one. We get kind of a good read on how Apadaway did this weekend. He's showing positive gain, 75,000. I think what his gold in his, I need to my talent points so I can see that he's up to 115,000 gold on his person right now. So that's pretty nice. See, we sold a bunch of those ciphers, bought mats, ciphers, and some inks. I feel like I'm kind of, oh, that's what, 2 days? Yeah, we'll do them. We'll add them in there. All right. Beer, we'll throw in the quick hands. Yeah, this pretty much, yeah. We'll stop with these here. So he made roughly 52,000 in the past, what, almost 3 days? So that's good, seeing a positive return on that. And I still feel like I don't necessarily know what I'm doing too much with inscription just yet, but definitely milling to the inks and to the ciphers has been pretty profitable for me so far. I just need to kind of scale it up a bit on that. but he made 52,000. No, not a super big gold total, but it's always great to see it in the positive. And plus, he's got 22,000 we just relisted on the auction house. So hopefully those will sell, and there'll be another 22,000. But his gold total is going up a little bit. So that is good. Let's see. Bearded Lady, I think, is the big winner for the weekend. Much as I hate to say it, I always like Monopoly Man to be the big winner, but the blacksmithing has been super good, and I feel like it's the easiest one to grasp as well. Let's see. Oh, I say that and I got a stack of frameworks that didn't sell. 209 of those. I think what happened was someone had the price listed way high. Okay, they're back down to earth now. I had a huge stack, and I remember someone jacked the price up to 300 gold each. So I threw my stack of 209 up there and see if I could sell them. But didn't quite work out, but you know, we gave it the good old college try, so that's alright. Alright, so I'm going to break this into a smaller stack. We'll list those. Let's see, core alloys. I don't have any more. Okay. So, take a look and see how Bearded Lady did. Bearded Lady. Alright, she's up to, 425,000 in the past month on this character, so that's good. Here, we'll go back. Let's see, 2 days. We'll include this. I think that was big reason for these sales was that bismuth there. I'm just gonna right click on all these, which is definitely a time saver. Definitely appreciate that tip from the chat. That was really helpful. And I did experiment and sold a couple of Iron Claw alloys with just some concentration, just kind of messing around. Man, I feel like I did this a lot this weekend. And we see it was 16,000 there. So let's see, running total for the past couple days, only 68,000. I guess, and we still have that stack of 200 forged frameworks we haven't sold yet. I thought it was definitely a lot more than that. But let's see. But that's alright. The Bearded Lady is up to, 445,000 gold. I feel like Thursday-ish, last stream, she was like at 250 or something. But I mean, that doesn't really make a lot of sense with how that showed it was like 68,000 gold. I don't know. We're getting there. But I'm going to take some of this gold and we'll add it to the war bank to add it to the total. Get some updates on the total stuff here. So we'll just we'll throw in a couple 100,000. We'll do 250,000 in there. Puts us at 6.3 million. Leaves Bearded Lady at the 195,000 to do the rest of the stuff with. Play with this week. All right.
Return and peruse my inventory.
And then let's go to Monopoly Man. And I kind of ran out of storm dust when I was trying to do my concentration. I didn't have a ton of time to do a ton of disenchanting this weekend. I feel like I'm starting to run into the limits of what I can do. And here we are, just floating around. Way up there. Kind of in a weird spot, right? Probably a shot for a video, probably. Hey, ZD Vito. Welcome in, man. What do you disenchant? I disenchant the Pioneer's cloth cuffs. I craft those with tailoring, and then I disenchant those to get gleaming shards. And then I break the gleaming shards down into storm dust. And then I use that storm dust for my concentration alts. That's kind of the process of what I do there. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I haven't transferred over the gold for the concentration alts on Saturday. Do you need any special rod for it? I use on this guy, let's see. I use the epic runed nullstone rod with resourcefulness, enchanted with resourcefulness, to try to save some of the materials to get extra crafts and stuff in with it. So that's what I rock with on this guy. Let's see here, we got right. That there's Monopoly Man there. All right. All right, this works pretty good. Oh, okay, there's more. I like it when there's more. Oh, wrong button. Need to right click, and I was left clicking. Okay. Can I shift click? Oh, okay. Hoping I could find out another little thing. Yeah, sold a bunch of those. Wait, hold up. I'm doing that all wrong. Okay, hold on. Had that filtered. That was weird. Okay. What I get for clicking buttons, isn't it? But you don't use that rod for concentration crafts, right? Correct. I use I use the epic rod, but I use the ingenuity on it. I use the missive of ingenuity on it, so it'll have ingenuity instead of resourcefulness. But I do enchant it with the resourcefulness enchant. So hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so here we are. Now that I've clicked everything, let's see, and we'll add those to it too. ZD says, I saw your YouTube videos about it, and I'm trying it out as well. Great, man. Great. Martin says, I made 4 enchanting tunes with your guides, hoping some profits on that this week. Awesome, man. Awesome. I am hoping some good profits for you as well. Heck yeah, man. Getting your army going. I love that. I love that. All right, so see, we got all these highlighted. So wait, what am I doing here? It's not right. Hold on. I think it's including, because I know I didn't make 700,000. Hold on. I'm gonna reset all those highlights I did. We'll do it the easy way. Logging out and logging back in. Oh, man. Feel like I'm having a case of the Mondays, if you know what I mean, right? Let's try this again. Because if I made 700,000 this one, this time I would have been jumping for joy. Let's see. Monopoly Man. Alright, so good. Good so far. DD says, thank you for the amazing guides. I really enjoy it. I appreciate that, man. I greatly appreciate that. The whole point that I try to do, putting out guides, I'm like, is this going to be helpful for people? And if the answer is yes, then I'll make a guide about it. And if the answer is no, then I don't. Okay, let's see. And this is all Weaver Cloth stuff. Okay, so this is just the concentration enchants from Saturday. I did it really late on Saturday. I wanted to do it earlier in the day, but I just was so busy I didn't have time. But anyway, okay, so this looks a lot better. Made 359,000 gold from concentration crafts on Saturday. Like I said, I kind of ran out of storm dust, so I went with some rank 1 stuff that I bought from the auction house to finish the crafts, and that threw my concentration costs kind of out the window. But so I didn't get as many crafts in as I liked. But when we did it on stream on last Wednesday, we made 400,000. So this is a bit less, but I'm still happy at 359,000. That's for sure. So we'll add that to the bank as well. And since I was trying to get dust so bad, I didn't really craft a lot of exquisite weaver cloth bolts. So it kind of took Monopoly Man's gold total down a little bit. Alright, so we are at 6.7 million so far. So that's good. Let me see if I can update this without crashing the stream. See. Oh yeah, properties. There we go. Alright. Boom. It worked. We did it and we're still live. Alright. Okay, now I need to click off of that. That's okay, there we go. Alright, so 6.7 million out of 10. We got what? 3.3 million left to go. So this rate, it won't be actually be too long, especially with the concentration crafts and stuff. But yeah, I'm just hoping that this week the weaver cloth prices come down a little bit. It was getting a little crazy. Getting a little crazy. Well, they're still kind of pretty high, but that's okay. That is okay. But I don't have enough gold to buy a whole stack. Here, we'll buy 3,500. We'll get that many. But I know I keep talking about how busy I was this weekend, but just so you guys know, I did have a chance to get to Costco this weekend, so. Not sponsored, by the way, right? But Costco, if you're watching, I'm your guy, right? All right, let's see. I haven't really planned out what I was wanting to accomplish on the stream today. So I think... So I feel like we're just going to kind of wing it a little bit on this Monday morning. But I definitely want to try to get caught up on some of the crafting and stuff for sure. Can you suggest any second profession if you already have enchanting for concentration crafts? That is a great question, ZD. I don't have an answer to that yet. All my concentration guys still just have enchanting, and that's it. I know that would be a huge boom to the gold amounts that I can make. But I was kind of thinking maybe inscription and doing missives, maybe rank 3 missives. But I personally haven't tried that out. I know some people say jewel crafting is another one you could do. I do have a jewel crafter, but I haven't messed with it besides leveling it up a little bit. So like jewel crafting, inscription, alchemy, I think, as well. If you can get like flasks and potions and the potions and stuff. But that's kind of little RNG. But those are 3 solid options that I hear and read about people using. Jewel crafting, inscription, and alchemy for their second profession for concentration alts. But I just haven't done it myself yet. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. For sure. Did you guys have anything exciting happen in the world of Warcraft this weekend? Get you all your stuff done and everything for the week. I still need to do delves on this character. I haven't even done that this week. DD says, yeah, it does. Thank you for the honest answer. Okay. Sorry, I had my chat kind of covered up there for a second. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. That's what I try to do. And I learned long ago that I can't BS my way through this stuff. Like for me to talk about it and really go through it, I have to sit and actually kind of learn it myself. So that's kind of how I look at it. Martin says, got my AOTC on Friday. Nice. Nice. Congrats on that. Oh, hey, Halo Dad. Hey, Dan, 6.7. Not too bad. You are getting close. Absolutely. Thank you, Halo Dad. It's great to see you again, man. Hope you had a great weekend. But yeah, we're getting there. Let's see. We're about we got 350,000 gold. 359,000 gold, I guess, from our concentration alts on Saturday with me running out of dust. So hopefully I'll have dust all ready to go for the next round on what, Thursday-ish? I guess I could look and see, huh? Let's see. Wait, what's today? Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Oh man. Oh man, that's soon. I've been kind of playing with the alchemy. I'll just call it thumb. The thumb thing. I'm seeing if I can get some more dust from that. But I set my alchemy guide just to focus on that, so we can try that out a little bit and see how that goes. But I still don't know hardly anything about that. But I'm like, I'm like that meme, the Dave Chappelle meme, like, got any more of that storm dust, right? Let's see what, about 350 to 4, let's just say 400 for concentration alts. So what, 1, 2, 3 cycles is like what, 1.2 million? Carl says, are you doing the cuffs and disenchanting them? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Disenchanting the cuffs for the shards and and then shattering the shards for the dust. And sometimes, if I'm running really low on dust, I'll also, use some of my exquisite weaver cloth bolts that I have made. Instead of selling them on the auction house, I will craft chef's hats. Try to get more rank 2 dust too. Halo Dad says, how much storm dust do you go through again? Let's see. I'm going to use last Wednesday as an example. I went through just about 3,500 rank 2 storm dust. And I think I also had like 3,500 rank 1 storm dust. So 7,000 storm dust, I guess. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of dust for sure. The Carl says, have you tried doing blacksmith hammers and disenchanting those? No, I haven't. I haven't tried that just yet, but I do have my blacksmith, and I definitely need to try that. Try that and figure all that out as well. No, it's been recommended to me quite a bit in the chat, and I just haven't got around to giving it a shot yet. But that can definitely be helpful as well. But yeah. Yeah, 7,000 dust every concentration cycle. Yee. I might need to and I still have what, 5 more concentration alts to set up. So I might be just starting to buy dust and stuff from the auction house as well. Get as much dust as I can from disenchanting, and then just buy from the auction house what I'm missing, I guess. What's the potion you have on right now? Let's see. That is the aerated vial of quick hands. It increases your crafting speed by 30%. And it says 4 Dragon Isles recipes. But just between you and me, it also works for the War Within stuff. But shh, don't tell anybody, okay? But the beauty of these potions is you can buy them on the auction house for like 25 gold a piece. So they're super cheap and super important when you're crafting. And then I also have, you know, the Weaver's Prodigy buff, another 30% for crafting speed. Halo Dad says, I won't tell a soul. Carl says, cool. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it'll be just our little secret, guys. Just our little secret. All right, let's see. I need some more. A lot more thread. I don't know. We'll buy 8,000 go with for now. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. I just don't want to take up too many bag slots. Switch to my multi-craft tool. And then pray for a lot of multi-crafts. Come on, game. Come on, RNG gods. Shine down on us, right? But I feel like with the law of averages, I feel like it turns out pretty well. Although the game lags sometimes. Guess I should probably go somewhere else to do the crafting so it won't lag. But I think I say that every time I do this, don't I? For the most part, it does pretty well, though, I guess. A bunch of bolts here. Hopefully. Hopefully it'll give us 1,000,000 bolts. That'd be great. Although I guess that wouldn't be too great if I was trying to just do dust, right? That would be a ton of work. Can you imagine how long it would take to go through 1,000,000 bolts? Just crafting and disenchanting. That would be nuts. But I need to... But also with the... I don't even know how to say it. The Thaumaturgy or whatever. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, like I said, with the Thom, the alchemy thing, I can use most of this that I get from disenchanting the cuffs. So I get these 4 things. I can give the bismuth to my blacksmith, and these 3 things I can give to my alchemist. And I think I can get dust from the Myco Bloom. I was kind of looking at a chart, but I'm not totally sure. ZD says, I saw that you leveled up a new Earthen to 80 only with flying. Is it possible on Horde? And is this the route custom, or can everyone see them in the add-on? The character I leveled up, it actually was a Horde Earthen from 10 to 80. So that answers that question. And the route was a custom route, but you can get it. Let's see if I remember. Let's see if this works. Let's see. All right. Yes, it worked. Great. Okay, great. And you can go there to the Skyward Ascent Discord. And inside there, you can download the 3 route files that you can import into the add-on to get the 10 to 80 routes. So they don't come standard as of yet. I don't know why, but he might add them to the add-on later to have it all in one group. But for now, you need to import them. So you can do that. And then I shared a link in the chat. So for their Discord. I can't imagine that amount of hours they spent putting all that together, like the add-on as well as the route. Oh, ZD says I can't see any link. Uh-oh. Oh, well, let's see. Maybe wrong chat. I got a multi-stream chat going, and it said it did it on Twitch and on YouTube. Here, I'll try again. We'll see what happens. I'll try the command. If it doesn't work this time, then I will type it out. Oh, Halo Dad says he could see it. There, do you see that one now, ZD? And then Halo Dad shared it as well. Hopefully you can see that now. But the amount of time that Lena and Dis put together to make that add-on and the route is pretty significant. But definitely grateful for them to do that, for sure. Oh, ZD says no. Do they see it at TikTok? I don't know. I'm not streaming on TikTok, so. But oh, that's interesting. YouTube then, right? Yes, yeah. Yeah, they should be able to see it on YouTube. Okay, let me see. Let me know when you get over there on YouTube, and then I'll do the command again. But yeah, in their Discord, everything you need to get that going is in there, for sure. That's weird you weren't able to see the link on Twitch. That's okay. That is quite alright. Alright. Got some people hanging out on YouTube. We got about 9 people hanging out on YouTube. And we got 3 people hanging out on Twitch. That's awesome. I appreciate all you guys coming in. Even if you're just kind of hanging out and just kind of lurking, that is perfectly fine. And extremely grateful. You could be doing anything this Monday morning. There's like an infinite number of things to watch and everything on the YouTube, and you guys decided to hang out here with me. And I definitely appreciate that. And that means a lot to me, for sure. Just try to make sure this is a good stream, you know? As I take a drink and be quiet, right? Martin says, thank you for making this content. You're welcome, Martin. You're welcome. Don Vito says, I can see it here. Thank you. All right, ZD. Oh, okay, I can call you ZD. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, Don Vito. Is there a route for Alliance too? Yeah, they do have an Alliance route, a 10 to 80 Alliance one as well. So like on the stream last week, I did the Horde one. They have one for each. They have, if you have the Knack skip, or if you don't have the Knack skip, they have one for that as well and stuff. Halo Dad says, you pushing any keys after you hit your goal? I don't really do Mythic Plus all that much. I don't think I've done it at all this expansion. Well, I'll take it back. I think I did like a +2 key or something. But yeah. Don't really do that a whole lot. I used to on my Shadow Priest, but not really. But I was extremely casual with it. Like, you know, I'd only do like 6 or 7s or something like that with my buddies. But at this point, I don't really know like rotations or getting the most out of class rotations and stuff. And I feel like to do that kind of stuff, I feel like I want to know and have my rotations and stuff down, and all my and all that stuff down, right? So I can be useful, blessing of freedoms and silences and stuff like that. I get kind of crazy. Either like in some of this stuff, like rating and Mythic Plus, if I start to do that, I have to just go balls to the wall with it and have my character ready to go and just completely ready for everything. But if I'm not, then I don't do any of it really, right? Like now I'm going kind of balls to the wall with gold and stuff, and so I'm either all in or not doing it at all pretty much. But I guess with delves, I kind of just do a couple a week and hope for a good vault, right? Although I still haven't done any delves at all this week yet. I still need to do my 2 for the week. So super casual when it comes to all that kind of stuff. I get super casual when it comes to playing the game, right? But I'm hoping I can hit the goal well before Legion Remix comes out, because I kind of want to go balls to the wall in Legion Remix when it launches. October 7th, I think. Yeah, I think that's when they said, or was leaked, I guess. I remember the article shared with me last week. Yeah, October 7th. That's what I remember. I could be wrong on the dates. And we'll know like officially whenever Blizzard says, when they come out with their official release date. See, Halo Dad says, is it time walking? Oh, is it a time walking week? I don't know. See, I don't think there's time walking this week. Oh, no, the Legion remix is what you're talking about, right? Sorry, Halo Dad. No, it's going to be like a whole separate game mode. A whole separate game mode like they did for the Mista Pandaria remix. So you'll log into that game mode and it'll be separate. It'll be part of retail, but kind of like, Plunderstorm, where you log into your retail account and then you would click to do Plunderstorm instead of logging into the actual servers. But hopefully it's super cool. And hopefully they can definitely launch it by October 7th. But I don't know with all the changes and stuff they're doing to it. But hopefully it'll be another fast way to level characters. I don't know if it'll be as fast as skywriting, but it'll be a nice, another way to do it. I think we're getting 5 more character slots. But you know what that means? More slots for concentration alt, right? No. Not for me. I think I'm going to do what? I got 4 more or 5 more. Wait. 4 or 5, I can't remember off the top of my head, of alts I still need to set up for concentration. The monopoly is growing, lol. It sure is. I started with Monopoly A. I kind of want to get to Monopoly Z just to finish it, right? And they're all earthen. Monopoly is growing. Sure is. That's a random naming thing too, isn't it? Kind of when I set up the YouTube channel and was doing my 0 to 2 million gold challenge, I was like, man, I need a character. I'm like, oh, what can I name him? Oh, I know, Monopoly Man. Kind of went from there. After that, you can start doing the Chinese alphabet. Oh my gosh. No, probably not. I'll leave that for you, Halo Dad. Oh man. That's funny. That's real funny. I feel like I'm kind of towards the max. Kind of maxed out on my organizational skills. Definitely maxed out on my storm dust acquisition so far. But you know, that kind of makes me wonder. Okay, so that gave us what 1900 bolts. But now, oh, okay. I thought that was a wall for a second, but it was just a Bruto. Okay.
I have calibrated my prices to be
So
reasonable.
I'm just kind of curious. Let's dump some of this stuff and go check out my alchemy guy and just see what happens. Maybe I should put this here too for my blacksmith.
My directive has been
It's
fulfilled.
500 free bismuth is pretty big, I guess. All right, where's my? Oh, okay. He's one of the few that have. Let's see. I got Monopoly A. He's got alchemy as his secondary. Monopoly B, jewel crafting. But besides that, no one else has anything. I'll tell you what, the naming convention though is like, it is kind of nice to be able to look at my characters and know exactly like their purpose, even if they weren't kind of organized with the groups. Look at it and be like, okay, this guy is definitely concentration alt.
Supply of goods for outlanders. Return and peruse my inventory.
Well, hey, oh my gosh, a Sakura, right? A Sakura. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. It was great to see you again, though. Appreciate you coming in. Should I call you ZD or Don Vito? He said Don Vito says, how long does it take until you got 6.7 million gold? It took me, let's see. Okay, so from the beginning of the expansion up until 3 weeks ago, I was basically at 4.7 million. Well, actually, I was at 6.9 million. Then I bought the pre-order for the Midnight expansion. So that took me to 4.7. And then I started doing the journey to 10 million gold. So I started at 4.7 and we got to 6.7. So we made 2 million gold in the past, 3 weeks, I think. So hopefully that clears that up. Sakura says, how's it going? It is going pretty well. Pretty well. We made some gold this weekend. We're at 6.7 million out of 10. So we're getting close to that goal. So we're doing well. I hope your weekend was great as well. Sorry for butchering your name. Hopefully it doesn't make you cringe every time I say your name, right? Don Vito says, it's Don Vito, yeah, but sadly someone already has the same name on Twitch, so I needed to put a different letter there. Oh, okay. All right, so Don Vito instead of ZD. Although ZD's kind of cool, right? No, just kidding, just kidding. All right, where's the alchemy thing at? Over here. Eddie, welcome in, bud. He said, how many concentration alts do you have running at the moment? That is a good question. Ask Sakura. All right, awesome. I could do that. Ask Sakura. There we go. I can say it right now. Appreciate that, bud. Perfect. I'm going to probably have to write that down. And every time you say something in chat, I'm going to have to look down at it so I'll say it right. Ask Sakura. I can remember the first part of the pronunciation really well. Asakura Auction House, right? But the funny part is, I'm honestly writing that down right now. All right, cool. Every time you say something, you see me look down, you know what I'm looking at. Anyway, okay, Eddie, sorry, bud. Let's see, how many concentration alts do you have running at the moment? That's a good question. I feel like I should write it down exactly how many we got going on right now. But we'll look and see real quick. We got what? 4 guys that can do haste rings. We got a crit guy, a mastery ring guy, and then another one. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 14 alts up and running right now. Now I'm actually writing that down. How sad is that? Okay, 14 alts up and running. And I have 5 that I still need to set up. So I get these guys leveled up, and they're kind of caught in limbo right now. To where I leveled them up and haven't touched them since. So they're just sitting there taking up space, not doing much. So, oh wait, okay, back to Monopoly A. There we go. So yeah, I got 5 freeloader concentration alts that are just not doing anything. We have to kick them out if they don't get busy, right? Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing with this, but that makes it fun, right? Okay, so we'll do these. Do I have any? Hold on. Hold on. He needs some potions. He needs a quick hands potions. I'm addicted to these things. Look at that. 35 gold for each one. That's super, super good. Actually, I should probably just stick them all in the... Well, I don't know. Do they work from the war bank? Maybe not. I don't know. Halo Dad says cheap. For sure. It's the way I like it with my potions. I feel like I go through them like candy, right? Like, oh, there's 5 minutes remaining on that one. Well, I better drink another potion. And I love how they stack with each other too, so you don't lose any time. Let's see, what did I do with them? Oh, here they are. Buy them and lose them in the bag. And they work with the other potions too. So you got like your ingenuity potion, because it's a vial. And that's, or I don't know how all that works, but you can use like your ingenuity potion or the other one, the bountiful seasons potion with quick hands. But it can't be winter fast enough, right? So we can use the bountiful season one again. Okay. So, let's see, I got resourceful. Yeah, that's right. I'm out of points. I still need to fill these up, max these out. But for the setup, I just need 50 there, and then these, oh, these 5 maxed out. So I got some work to do on that. And let's see. Yeah, and I missed doing my crafting orders on them yesterday. So I got to do that as well. Okay, enough talking. Let's get to doing this, right? Let's just hit it. I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, that's slow. Let's see, that gave us... Oh, some bismuth and storm dust. And some weaver cloth. Oh, okay. I think it's hilarious. I'm like learning this stuff like super late in the expansion. Like if I had only known this later on or sooner. So I guess if I can get the Myco Bloom cheap enough, then maybe it can be really good for dust as well. You have 54 dust already? And I don't have to disenchant something. And we're getting some bismuth. Here, we'll put all this stuff here so it's easier to see. Man, that'd be great. And then I don't know what this stuff's all about. But we'll figure it out for sure. Oh, this guy doesn't have his Weaver's buff, does he? That's okay. That is okay. Oh, what's this? Catalyst. 4-way catalyst. Sure, it's important. Okay, so we went through what, 648 Myco Bloom, and they gave me Weaver Cloth, Bismuth, and Storm Dust, like the three amigos. And I'm guessing if I would put in like rank 2 Myco Bloom, it might give me rank 2 stuff, but I mean, for most purposes, I mean, that's kind of what I would need right there, just rank 1 stuff. Okay, so that was cool. Let's see what happens with the gloom stuff. Okay, you got what? Lure drop and Aquarite. Man, I'm terrible with pronunciations. As you guys know, I guess, right? Learning stuff. Ominous gloom. So, that's good, I guess. Seems important. It's gotta be important. It popped up on my screen, right? No. I'm sure I'll get all this figured out at some point. Ominous call. See, we're getting some lure drop from that one. And we'll use that for inscription. For the, well, actually, no. Well, let's see. No, we won't, because when you mill, you don't want to use rank 1 herbs. Herbs and spices. 21 special herbs and spices. KFC, right? I don't know why. Every time I say herbs or do any kind of thing like that, I always think of KFC. I guess I'm kind of hungry. Oh, man. Alright, let's sit. Let that sit. We got about... Alright, we got some people hanging out here today. About 4 people hanging out on Twitch, and what? Just looked, right? 11, 12 people hanging out on YouTube. Appreciate it, guys, for sure. That's awesome. Alright, so that gave us Aquarite, the Orbinid, and Lure Drop. Okay. That's good to know. And then we'll see what the leather gives us. Free extra stuff is always good, right? Let's see. Let's give an Iron Claw. That could be helpful. And Blessing Blossom. And then all the transmutagen stuff. Oh, it gives Arthur Spear, which we can use that for ciphers. There's the Iron Claw. So that's cool. It's kind of slow crafting, but yeah, it's all pretty much free just from stuff from the gosh, disenchanting the blue cups. We could turn free stuff into more stuff. That's always good. I think it's hilarious having to start on this guy. I went through all the trouble to get all his gear rank 5, get both of the tools and everything, and then I just let him set and didn't mess with him for a long time. I think that's hilarious. Man, oh man. Yeah, I went to Costco this weekend. I got me a hoodie. Like a Gap, a nice, really nice Gap hoodie. It was like for $14. I was like, that's awesome. And then, of course, got a rotisserie chicken and a hot dog, right? I mean, I got other stuff too. I mean, I didn't just go there for a hot dog and chicken. Got gas and everything, right? So, Costco, if you're watching, you know, I could definitely be a good sponsor, right? All right, let's see. So we got, and that's really good stuff there, I guess. Like, I still need to learn about all this transmutagen stuff and catalyst stuff. But turning pretty much useless, I guess you could say, stuff that I wasn't using into stuff that I can actually use is really good. Halo Dad says, I like the Costco pizza. Oh my gosh, me too. I usually switch it up. I'll get a hot dog one week and a pizza the next week. But I love how they give you a slice of pizza and it's as big as your face. It's like, yeah. And they'll load it down with some cheese. My kids, man, they love the pizza too. But it's so big they can't eat all of it. Dude, my wife, she tried the calzone this weekend for the first time. Said it was okay. Not as good as other stuff, but it was okay. Halo Dad says, did you see the people taking the hot dog and wrapping it up to their pizza? Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It looks so good when they do that for sure. Here, we'll put this stuff here. We got a little gifts for some other characters. Let's see. Okay, alert, drop. Well, no, wait. No, the spear is what the other guy needs. And we'll give that to the blacksmith. And then we'll figure out the rest of the stuff at some point.
My directive has been fulfilled.
I need to watch a guide or video on it. I know Goldzen's got a video about it. I haven't watched yet, but sure there's a bunch of them out there too. Oh, let's see. Okay. Monopoly Man. Get a hot dog and wrap it up in that. Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking about it now. It's making me hungry. But it was hilarious. I started getting... I wouldn't really ever get the rotisserie chicken because I didn't know how to cut it all up and everything and carve the chicken and everything. But so we got it, and I'm like, all right. So I opened up a YouTube video to learn how to cut it up and break it all down and everything. Isn't that hilarious? You can learn anything on YouTube. Like, teach me how to break down a rotisserie Costco chicken. Made my day. Now I got enough chicken to last me for, for lunches for more than a week. For sure. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. I don't need it. It's fine. It can stay in the bank. It's fine. I was like, why didn't I grab that out of the bank? That is okay. All right, we got to switch our tool to resourcefulness. Man, look at all this room in here now. Guess those slots will be filled pretty soon. Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay, come on. Great, there we go. Get some of these cranking. Cranking along. But yeah, good old Costco. I feel like it's kind of like the only place we really grocery shop at anymore. Get a bunch of stuff. We used to think when we first started going there, we used to think, all right, this will be enough stuff where we don't have to come every week. But now we go every single week. It's like, oh my gosh. But I definitely enjoy it more than going to Walmart, that's for sure. Oh man. Talking about Costco. No, it's all good. It's all good. It is all good. Here and disenchant and hope for a ton of stuff. Now it's not going to give me any of the extra stuff. Halo Dad says, but you can watch people at Walmart. Yeah. Halo Dad says, I like to make up background stories for them, LOL. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should try to do that next time I'm in Walmart. But I mean, there's definitely some characters. That's for sure. Kind of reminds me back in the day, I used to check out the People of Walmart website, all the different pictures and stuff. I don't know if you guys used to check that out or not. I used to go there and just laugh. I'd sit there and look through things for like an hour or two and just laugh. Man, I feel like that was like forever ago in internet time. Yes, it kind of was, really. See, got this guy. Oh, wait, this is Taylor. Always do that. I'm gonna show you my disenchanting, but this guy is tailoring. But we can switch and look at this while I'm disenchanting. I can do two things at once, right? So like for the disenchanter, if you haven't got that all set up, definitely want 30 points a designated disenchanter, and then 30 points into the rare resourcing. And if you do like chef's hats, you want to do it max the greens ones out, or if you do epics or like dark mood like cards or decks and stuff, or any kind of epic, you max that one out. But to do the cuffs, you only need what, those two to get max disenchanting after you hit 140 in your enchanting. Like having the plus the skill on the weapon or the tool, and then the 11 on both pieces of the gear. Halo Dad says that macro is nice. I've been doing it by hand. Heck yeah, I spent a ton of time like doing it by hand before learning about the macro, and it makes it a lot smoother. That is for sure. I also have the Leatrix plug-in, which says it's even faster auto loot, but I don't know. So I don't know if that's just overkill or if it's useful or not. Let's see, where's the menu for that? Oh. This thing is pretty cool. It's got a ton of stuff you can do. But like I got the faster auto loot checked. I think that's the only thing I got checked. But you can do a lot of things like automate quests, automate gossip, I guess. It's called Leatrix Plus. Eddie says you should use the no mats, no make add-on as it auto swaps tools for you. That's the name of that add-on. Okay. I'm going to write that down. No mats, no make. Because for a long time I thought it was Craft Sim that did that, but and then I couldn't remember what the actual one was. No mats, no make. Because I've definitely fell victim to having the wrong thing equipped at times. Eddie says, so when you unravel, you use the resourcefulness tool. When you make bolts, you use the multi-craft tool and never need to think about swapping tools. Absolutely. Because, yeah, I've definitely brain farted a couple times with doing those. No math, no make. I wrote that down. I'm going to get that probably after stream. For sure. Alright, let's craft this up as some more of these. Oh, need my potion. Ran out of potion. Eddie says, I've made bolts so often with the resourcefulness tool by mistake. Oh. Isn't that like the absolute worst feeling as well? You go and you do it and you just feel dirty. You're like, oh my gosh. And you sit there and scold yourself a little bit. Like, man, why would I do that? It was so dumb. I lost thousands of gold because I used the wrong tool. Yeah, nothing quite like that feeling though, when you realize, like, that sinking feeling. That's for sure. All right, craft these up and then we'll kind of look at that Leatrix Plus plugin again. So I downloaded it for the faster auto loot because I'm reading about it on the internet. Eddie says, yeah, click button, go make a coffee, come back 10 minutes later. Oh man, it's not good. For sure. No, I feel like with I've been enjoying doing blacksmithing too, but if that 10-minute buff that you have to use, I feel like that's ran out a couple times and I'm just like, oh no. That's got, you know, a ton of multi-craft and resourcefulness in that little buff. I get that same feeling. Like, why didn't I come back sooner? Like, I thought that was going to take me 10 minutes to do, and it took me 12. No! 2 minutes of crafting. Like, completely wasted. Oh, so you got a bunch of automation stuff. Oh, sell junk automatically. Repair automatically. I don't know. This kind of stuff is really cool, but it makes me nervous. Like, I feel like I just need to click the button. I feel like the one time I need a piece of junk, it gets automatically sold and I'm like lost, right? Let's see. Oh, okay. You can block duels. I swear at first glance it said block dudes. I was like, what? Groups. Party from friends. Sync from friends. Cool. Oh well, that could be useful. Like when the 10 to 80 when you got a party sync, you just have it automatically do it. I think. Is that how that works? If checked, party sync requests from friends will be automatically accepted. Okay, cool. That could be useful. You chat. All kinds of stuff, man. Set chat font size. Check to be able to, this option offers a greater range of chat font sizes than the default UI, and your chosen chat font size is saved account wide. Cool. That could be useful. Make it nice and big for my old eyes. Increase chat history. There's like crazy amount of stuff you can do. Resize mail text, quest text, hide error messages. Man. Interface, enhance minimap. Check, you'll be able to customize the minimap. Okay, cool. And tooltip. Enhanced dress up. Here toggle buttons will be added to the dressing frame and model positioning controls will be removed. Sounds interesting. Volume slider. Man. I think it's hilarious. I'll download a plugin like this. I can do millions of things and I just use it for one little thing. Don Vito says, how much gold do you need to get one concentration enchanting alt prepared? 50,000 gold? Yeah, I mean, it varies. But I think like 50,000 I think is, you're pretty safe. I think that's a safe bet. I don't know exactly because a lot of the times I have this, you know, Monopoly Man like craft up cuffs to disenchant and stuff. So I don't really factor that cost in. But I feel like 50,000 would be a good place. Jonathan says, only have paying attention. Oh, only half paying attention because I'm at work. But is this disenchanting automated or just macro? Well, the disenchanting, I use a macro. Here, I'll show you. And every time I disenchant, I hit a button. So I'm sitting here talking, hitting a button. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? So here's the macro. I do a /cast disenchant. And then I have this set up to either disenchant the Pioneer's Cloth Cuffs or the Chef's Hat. So I got one button that can do two different things. And then I drag that to my bar on my number one, and then I just sit here and just hit the keyboard every time I disenchant. So that's how I'm doing that. Like, you don't want to, you can't fully automate it, because if you did, you would probably get banned. So the disenchant needs to be set to like a button, pretty much. So, okay, Don Vito says, I guess after 2 to 3 weeks or so, I get that gold back in, right? Yeah, I would say so. I know I'm not I'm not giving too much confidence, am I? But I'd say yeah, 2 to 3 weeks probably. Or maybe less or maybe more. I don't know. I would guess. Yeah, I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks would probably be right. Or maybe not 2 to 3 weeks, maybe like 2 to 3 concentration cycles, I guess you could say. So was that what? So was it 3 or 4 days? So like 12. So just about just shy of 2 weeks, I think. I know I need to sit and configure and go through the process and see exactly how much gold it costs per concentration alt. Because right now I'm just kind of dumping everything together. When I need to set up a new one, I'll grab gold out of the war bank and then set it up and get it going and then just kind of replace it with the other alts. But yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I would say 2 to 3 weeks. Or about three concentration cycles, I'd say would be good. Jonathan says, oh, okay, I'm using that macro. Nice, man, nice. Yeah, I feel like this macro was definitely a game changer for disenchanting. That's for sure. That is for sure. Let's see, we'll disenchant this group here after they get crafted. And then we'll shatter the shards and craft up some exquisite bolts and get those on the auction house so I can make some of my gold back. So this guy's down to 8,000 gold, which doesn't feel good. But we should be all right, though. Let's see. That'd be. We got enough bolts to make another what? Let's see, 1 bolt for each. Or 2 bolts, so 700. So we could probably get a stack of exquisite bolts crafted up, and that will give us what? I don't even know what the prices are on those right now. Whoa, 90? Let's see. Yeah, I had the auction house open on this guy. So if I could sell 1,000 for 90 gold each, that'd be 90,000 gold there. That'd be nice. I'll definitely get gold back that I spent earlier. Okay, maybe then some. Let's just see. Uh-oh. Did I break it? No. Okay, we're good. Thought I broke it for a second. How much did I spent 87,000. So it'll be like making 3,000 gold plus all the extra, you know, dust and rank 3 shards and stuff. So that'd be good. Be good for sure. Sure. Man. Like my talking is all over the place today. That's okay. And I feel like I say that's okay a little too much. But that's fine. I guess. What is this? Oh. Essingwary Lackey Ear. Why do I have that on my bag? I don't know. Halo Dad says, no, that's okay. Oh, shoot. That's hilarious. You guys crack me up. So, yeah. I do have on Twitch, I have a goal set up. I know I'm like at 163 followers. So if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed the stream yet, click that button and give us a follow. Definitely be extremely helpful. And on YouTube, I'm getting close to 2,000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 1,700. So 300 more to go to hit that 2,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. Kind of shooting for that as well. So if you haven't liked or if you haven't subscribed to the stream on YouTube or to the channel, I'll tell you, case of the Mondays, right? So if you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube yet, and you want to, that would be extremely helpful. Just because I like seeing numbers grow, right? Get bigger numbers. So there's that. In the same way, if you're enjoying on Twitch, you can click that follow button there. And that would be appreciated as well. And appreciate you guys hanging out. And the stream has been growing like every day that I've been doing it. And I definitely appreciate that from everybody. That is for sure. I'll be sitting here talking to myself if it wasn't for you guys. And but honestly, I can do that, right? I've done that plenty of times. But it's okay if you got the camera and microphone going, right? You're watching me look down. Atsakura says, that's okay. It sure is. It sure is. I told you earlier, as soon as you say something in the chat, you're going to see me look down. And sure enough, I looked straight down. That's hilarious. Now the real test is by next Monday. If I'm going to forget why I wrote that down, and I'll look at it and say, what does that mean, right? I'll be like, what's that about the auction house? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I was doing this over the weekend. I had a Rick and Morty playing on my other monitor and kind of watching it. And then my, 7-year-old son, he come in here. I paused my show and he looked, he saw Rick and he's like, oh, that's like that guy on your shirt you have. I'm like, yeah, because I have a Pickle Rick shirt. And he goes, and that's you as Rick. And he pointed to Morty and said, and that's me. And I thought, oh, that's awesome. Oh, Carl says, how did you buy 8,000 Mosswool threads at once? Is there an add-on that bypasses the buy limit? Hey Carl, great question. And yes, there is. There sure is. And I'm going to tell you exactly what the add-on is. Because it's left my mind for a second, but we'll find it. But yes, and it's definitely bulk buy. There it is. Bulk buy, and it helps out a lot. Yes, Don Vito's on top of that. Bulk buy, I guess. 100%. Or, Asakura says, buy them all. That's another one you can do. But I personally use bulk buy. With bulk buy, I think the default setting, you can buy up to 10,000 at a time. And then after, but you can go in the add-on files and change it to buy more than that at a time. But I'm not sure how the buy them all is all set up. But bulk buy and buy them all. But yeah, I found that was, oh my gosh. How many months did I go and do this before I learned about the add-on? It's like one of those things, you go and you figure it out and it's like, oh my gosh. And you're like, for me, it's like bulk buy. Where have you been all my life, right? Definitely a time saver. All right, so let's shatter some of these things. Shatter essence here. And then another one is a mass salvage assist, which helps with your like, oh, okay, shatter that. With doing like or not necessarily a gleaming shatter, but let me start over. The mass salvage assist helps with the weaver cloth stacks. So if you buy like a ton of weaver cloth and you have the mass salvage assist, it'll sort your stacks so you don't have to keep clicking the button for every stack. That makes sense. So that makes it quick work of that. Yeah. You know it's serious and I have to think when I get my hand up in the screen. So let's see, the mass salvage assist also gives me like my time remaining and stuff up here. Which I find that pretty useful. I think my new favorite thing with crafting though is when you got your crafting speed to 75% and you're milling, just because it goes so fast, it's like, yeah, I wish I'd all did that. Don Vito says, I'm so happy that I found that add-on. It really helps for cooking steaks. Oh, does it? Nice, nice. That's another thing I've been wanting to do, level up my cooking. But Don Vito says, stay away from cooking. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, you do what you do, but stay away from my cooking. Stay away from steaks. Alexi. Hey, Alexi. Hi. Have you compared which is more profitable, hats or cuffs? Let's see. Was you talking about the chef's hats or the cuffs, the disenchant? I prefer the cuffs because I can get the shards into the storm dust. I do chef's hats sometimes, but I like doing those when I have like a lot of rank 3 weaver cloth bolts, and then I do the hats to get rank 3 storm dust to make rank 3 exquisite bolts. Or if I'm running short on dust, I also do hats then. But for this setup, I think the cuffs are a bit more profitable, just because you also can get some of these extra mats from Disenchanting Blues, which I can feed, which we learned earlier, right? I can feed the bismuth to my blacksmith, and then these 3 to my alchemist, and turn those into, or turn mostly the micro bloom back into weaver cloth and bismuth and dust. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But I think that's what you're talking about when you say hats, isn't it? Because the chef's hats, they require one exquisite weaver cloth bolt. See, Don Vito says, Sorry for all the questions, but are your concentration alts? Do you skill everything at everlasting enchantments? Hey, I appreciate the questions, man. I like the questions. Keep them coming, right? Let's see. That's a good question. Let's see. Specialization, everlasting enchants. Okay. This guy's maxed because he had plenty of points to max everything out. But for my alts, excuse me, but for my concentration alts, I have one specific alt for one specific enchantment. So for instance, on my fiery weapon guy, I think for my fiery resolve weapon guy, he'll just go straight down into these three, 30 and everlasting enchantments, 20 and then the alterations, and then 20 and to the flames, and he'll ignore everything else. But if all the enchants, these weapon enchants aren't profitable anymore, then I would probably find something else. In that case, I might check out rings and put points here, and it just kind of depends. But I just kind of just sole focus for each alt was kind of what I'm going with. ZD. Called you ZD again. Don Vito says, I understand. And what do you do if the profit is too less at one craft? That's a good question. And I haven't really ran into that. Probably because I haven't been paying close attention to that. Since I could get my dust at such a cheap price by doing disenchanting, I feel like it's not really an issue yet. But when I start having to rely on the auction house for extra dust, then I'll start running into that, I think. But for all the dust I can get from disenchanting, I feel like it's not really a problem, because I think it's like 18 gold is my cost, like per dust or something, when I through disenchanting. So yeah, I think I nailed that question, right? With a good I'm not sure, right? But I'm sure we'll be starting to run into that here this week, especially if I get my other guys all set up and cranking along, for sure. That's a great question, and we'll find out. I'm still waiting for the time I do the concentration crafts on a guy, and then it's like, oh, I lost gold. That's not cool. And Don Vito says, I assume you play on NA, right? Yes, absolutely. Good old US of A. Good old North American servers. I feel like I'd run into more issues probably with prices on the EU servers, I think. But yeah, right here, smack dab in the middle of the US. I probably sound like I'm from the middle of the US, right? On EU, the prices are so different. Yeah, that's what I always hear. Like, the prices are insane, and profit margins are super slim. That's what I hear. But it makes me kind of curious if maybe I should do like a whole stream series where I create an EU account and go over there and see if I can make gold. I think that'd be interesting. Alexi says, I craft cuffs because they are easier to mail to another character. For hats, you need to stand at a table, but the add-on shows about 30,000 more gold per hour on hats. Really? Huh. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'll have to definitely check that out. Asakura says, as long as you don't come to my servers. No, I'm hunting you down. I'm coming. I'm coming for you. Just kidding. I'll come hang out on your servers. I'll find you. I'll find you. And I will make your gold. Halo Dad says, do all your toys and mounts transfer? Oh, over to the EU? I don't think so. I think it's just like starting a brand new fresh account with absolutely nothing. Asakura says we'll make a guild. We'll call it. Oh man, that'd be good. What would we call the guild? I know in the U.S. here on Ninja Guy, he has a I'm a Goblin credit union. Always thought that was clever. My friends thought it was funny, but then I keep talking about it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, just be quiet about it, all right?" But I thought that was a good name. But I haven't really used guilds at all since the Warbank came in. That's for sure. Taylor Dad says, "Wow, fresh would be rough." It would. It would. And it's kind of makes it interesting. I know Bellular did. He did like a video about what it's like for like fresh players playing WoW nowadays. So it makes me kind of curious how that would be for a brand new player. You know, especially not knowing anything coming into it, how crazy that would be. So, because he was talking about leveling and stuff being like pretty rough, I guess. But I think it'd be fun and interesting. If I would make it all the way to 80, I don't know. Or make a goal, I might try it and give up. Who knows, right? But that could be something we could do at one point in the stream. I think that'd be cool. All right. Oh, I remember what we were doing. Who is it? We'll craft some of these up. Switch to my tool. But yeah, I'm going to definitely get that no mask, no make add-on. For sure. All right, we'll craft these up. I know one of my buddies, he's coming back to WoW, and he's leveling up his character. He played it a long time ago, but didn't really super get into it, I don't think. So I need to check in with him to see how his leveling experience is going. Or if he's still doing it, or if he kind of stopped, or... It's been a couple weeks since I talked to him, so... Or if he's even had time, right? I know, I feel like nowadays, finding time is the hard part. I went deep in thought there for a second. Don't know why, but we did. All right. Just clicking around. Clicking around on my computer. I'm going to do that one time and click on the wrong button. Uh-oh, we're running low on potion. Running low on potion. I always jump when I interrupt. Just hit my space bar. Don't know why. It's just how I do it. Make them jump. I'm like, jump for me, Monopoly Man. He's like, yes, sir. Sorry, that was kind of dumb. Let's see. Anything interesting on Wowhead? I think it's been kind of a quiet week, really, in terms of WoW news. Guess, let's see, just some fixes and what, Mythic Pluses and stuff. And it's been kind of quiet. Diablo 4 Season 10's coming along. I can't believe there are already 10 seasons into that game. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I accidentally clicked the last page of the Wowhead news. And it took me to a page about Wrath of the Lich King rating. Posted back in November of 2008. Wow. That's a lot of news. A long time of doing news, I guess. So really nothing interesting over there. Unfortunately. I kind of also want to find some of the housing videos and maybe do that part of a stream or something where we go through and kind of just check out all the housing stuff that we know of so far, which isn't a whole lot. I'm just ready for the midnight beta. I'm just hoping crafting stays along the same kind of lines it is now. Because if it does, then I got some... Get my concentration alts to 80. And they'll be ready to go for another expansion. But I feel like concentration has really worked out really well this expansion. So maybe they'll build on top of it a little bit instead of replacing it. So we can still make a lot of gold through it, right? But I feel like it's going to be super busy whenever all that stuff starts dropping. For sure. I'm trying to figure everything out again. See, how many of these have we crafted so far? 590, 600. Okay. Yeah, we'll easily get a stack. Might just throw them up on the auction house and get my gold back, and then buy some more weaver cloth. Let's do that over and over again. Kind of what I've been doing with everything, really. Especially my blacksmith. He didn't start with too much gold. But now he's, well, he made up to 450,000 gold since doing the blacksmithing. So I thought that was pretty good. But that was just, the blacksmithing was just taking bismuth, rank 1 bismuth, crafting it into the rank 2 core alloys, and taking, I don't know, about 25% of the core alloys and making forged frameworks and selling those, and then the rest of the core alloys on the auction house. But if you have a blacksmith, I mean, that does pretty well right now. Pretty well. And then the inscription, doing ciphers. Which I need to figure out, like... But the inscription, I've been making some gold, but I haven't been really watching like the costs and stuff all that close. Just kind of watching his gold total. It'll get up so high, and then I'll buy a lot, and it'll drop, and then say, oh, is it going to get higher than the previous high, right? And so far, it's been working out. So he's over 100,000 gold now. But I need to probably look at it a lot closer, especially as the stacks and stuff I buy gets bigger. There's one wrong move doing that, and then all your gold's gone, right? That could be crazy for sure. Let's see. We'll get this stack to 1,000 and we'll throw them on the auction house. Normally I keep my stacks to about... I don't like to sell more than a stack of 450 at a time. But I might feel like a good yellow's coming up and just throw them all up there and see what happens. Oh, and I do need to do my crafting orders. Especially on my alchemy guy. Yeah, I can't believe I missed that yesterday. Alright, let's interrupt that. We got our stack of 1,000. Oh, whoop, 88 gold. That's pretty nice. They're going to hate me. Hopefully they sell. That was 315 gold to list. So we make that back, we'll be breaking even on our bolts. We got a stack at 200. 258 storm dust. And we got 88 rank 3 gleaming shards. And we still got, what, 400 rank 1 storm dust. So if I sell all those, break even on the Weaver cloth I bought, then this here is essentially free. And then I'll throw that in here and save that. Oh my gosh. Makes me sad to think, okay, this is all I got. 90 rank 3 gleaming shards. Don Vito says, do you use any calculator for unraveling or crafting bolts? Or do you only use CraftSim? I do have a spreadsheet that I'm kind of setting up. I was hoping to get it done and released by this week, but I was messing with it and I kind of broke it. So I got to figure that out. But I feel like I like using spreadsheets because it makes it a little easier in my head. I really haven't taken the time to learn CraftSim yet. And so I don't know. I just kind of look at CraftSim and how it works, and my eyes just kind of glaze over a little bit. So spreadsheet is probably, it's the way that I like to do it. But yeah, but I broke that one I was making, so I got to go back and figure out where it went wrong and stuff. But I feel like a spreadsheet's a little easier. But I'm sure if I take the time to actually learn CraftSim, that would be a good way as well. But with the CraftSim, it always confuses me because, you know, it lists the current auction house price on stuff. But like that rank 2 storm dust, which was, you know, essentially free, right? It would kind of mess up calculations and stuff in CraftSim on if I'm making profit or not. But yeah, I can see where like CraftSim would be extremely beneficial to take the time to learn. But that's how I do it. Don Vito says, yeah, it sucks that you need to override the prices always. Yeah. That's for sure. I wonder if there's a way to do like, you know how we do the spreadsheets, if there's a way to like do an add-on, like as not just have an add-on created in the game, kind of like the spreadsheet that tracks it like you would on the spreadsheet, and then be able to feed that data into CraftSim. I think would be really cool. But that's way over my head. That is for sure. But if there's a way to do the spreadsheet and be able to calculate on your averages and stuff, and just have it do it automatically, that would be super cool. All right, we got that. Oh, let's log out, switch to another character. Alexi says, how did you get your Brutosaur? For new players only through the black market? I think it was last winter or around Christmas time, I think. Was it end of November, beginning of December, I think it was. They put this one up on the on their Blizzard store, on the shop, and you could buy it with your Blizzard balance or real money. It was like $90 they put it up for sale for, which come out to be like what, 2 million gold, I think it was, or maybe a little less than 2 million gold at the time. But I converted 2 million gold to BattleNet balance and then used my BattleNet balance to buy it from the store. That's where this one came from. Now the green one is the one you get through the black market. That was released in Mists of Pandaria. But to get the green one nowadays through the black market, if you see it pop up, you gotta bid a gold cap on a character to get it. So it basically costs 10 million gold. But I'm sure at some point Blizzard will sell these again, just because they probably made a ton of money selling these things. But super nice having your mailbox and the auction house guy. Like, I don't remember the last time I actually went into the building for the auction house. Guess it was before I got that. But yeah, it was a special promo they did. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to see how many of these things we've sold so far. We got what? We sold what? About 105? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh well. We'll let it ride for a while. I'm sure maybe later I might cancel it and relist probably, but we'll let it ride for now. The bearded lady's got some mail. Hopefully she sold all those forged frameworks we put up at the beginning of the stream. But if not, that's okay. Not really, bearded lady. You're in trouble if you didn't sell them all. Wait. I guess I don't really need them in my bag, do I? Nope. At least we have some of those, so we can make some core alloys out of that. Oh, my Lucid Nightmare mount. I like this mount. I kind of like the small mounts and stuff. I mean, I need to check my mail. Sometimes I like the bigger mounts, but other times I like the smaller ones. I can go through areas easier. Let's see, you sold 46? That's not 200. Oh, okay, well we ended up selling... Oh, no, we put a smaller stack, didn't we? That's right, okay. There's the rest, 84. So we put up... Yeah, we put up 125 earlier. And we sold all of them, I guess. Slowly, but... And then we got these listed again. Oh, just sold some. Yay. I love instant sales. I could sit there all day and look at it. Which definitely doesn't help make gold. Sitting there looking at it all day. Alright. So here, we'll look at the blacksmithing specializations. I have so much trouble with that word. So for this setup, you definitely want the ever-burning forge. Max this out. Max that out. Max this out. That gives you your resourcefulness and your multi-craft for on the forge thing. And then means of production for the alloys. You definitely want to go 30 here, 30 here, and 20 there. You go that way first for the core alloys, and then you can build this up over time. I don't even know how... I don't even know if this is super required. I guess just up until the point where your rank... Or, well, no. No, because a rank 1 bismuth turns into rank 2 core alloys. So I don't know how necessary this is unless you do rank 3 forge frameworks. But I put points in here anyway. So for the alloys, this is the most important part. And then I did this for the frameworks, but it just gives plus skill. So I guess you want this up until the point you can definitely get rank 2 forged frameworks. And then if you want rank 3 with, I guess, concentration, then you definitely want points here as well. See, now we got some extra points. So I'm thinking about maybe checking out the weapon stones. So maybe putting some points here and there and seeing if they sell for anything. And they can slowly kind of work it, expand it out. Either like Iron Claw, Razor Stone. But I don't know how this stuff sells. And I only went really towards frameworks to, so I wouldn't have to buy frameworks for my concentration alts anymore. But they turned out to be a pretty good seller, and you can make a lot of gold with them. And that brings like to another way to figure out what to sell, right? If you don't really know, since you know everyone's doing concentration alts, you can sell things that they need, like the Vial of Ingenuity with the Alchemy or Forged Frameworks, and just kind of stuff like that, right? Well, you got Raiders, you know, plus the all their stuff and flasks and all the kinds of stuff. So just kind of go a little market by market and slowly expand your empire out, right? At least that's the way I look at it and think of it. Okay. What was I doing here? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I remember. Don't know why I just closed my bag. Okay, so do 65 of these. But first, I can't forget to do my ignition. This is the most annoying thing ever, because it gives you a ton of ingenuity, multi-craft, and resourcefulness. So you want it up every time, but it only lasts for 10 minutes. So if you're doing a huge stack, you can run into what I did, was talking about earlier, how it ran out, and I crafted for like 2 to 3 minutes straight with that missing a ton of resourcefulness and multi-craft. You don't want to end up doing that, that's for sure. I'm starting to think, even messing with this a little bit, doing blacksmithing might be like it might be a lot easier for like starting out maybe. Or maybe, yeah, it might be, just because it's kind of, I don't know, to me it just feels like it's a lot more straightforward and easier to grasp. Especially if you're just doing core alloys and like frameworks or something. But, I mean, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? Oh, and there is the daily Twitch bot. Thank you, Inzyong. Thank you. You're the big winner today of the ban. All right, congratulations. I was like to tell you, one bot every single stream on Twitch for sure. They come in and say something, so yeah, but don't ever go there. Don't click the link. Not cool. Alright, so that gave us... Alright, so that gave us a little bit. 86 of those. Martin. He's the big winner. I should be like, oh, you're the big winner today. You win 1,000, or you win 10 million gold. And he would never know because it's just a bot and he can't listen to what I'm saying, right? Let's see. We'll do all of these for the frameworks. Just because, why not, right? And that sound means we have a new Twitch follower. Haven Dream, thanks for following. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate the follow. Oh, there's... Oh. I'm looking around like, oh, okay, where is it? And it says it right there in my chat. If I just look at the chat, I would have known, right? Martin says, this is a reference to another streamer. Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Yeah, Totally went over my head. But Haven Dream, I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much for that. I hope you're having a great day as well. Let's see, we got 4 people hanging out on Twitch. 5. Awesome. We got, wow, 16 people hanging out on YouTube. Heck yeah, appreciate you guys. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Last I checked before the stream, we're at 1,700, so we are getting close. On Twitch, if you haven't followed yet, click that follow button. We are on the road to 200 followers. We're at like 160, I think 165 now, thanks to Haven Dream. So we're getting close on that as well. Martin says, LOL. That's the funny part about like streaming and stuff. I used to watch streams like all the time on Twitch and everything back in the day. But nowadays I don't watch too many of them. Well, I have been getting back into it the past couple of weeks. Just checking out and seeing what other people are doing and hanging out in chat a little bit. But there's like this huge knowledge gap in what's going on in other streams that a lot of things will just go way over my head when referencing different streamers and stuff. But that makes it probably funny though, doesn't it? Sometimes I feel like I'm the old get off my lawn man, you know? Like, not get off my lawn man, but the old guy that says get off my lawn. You should not be on your lawn, man. That's for sure. Stay away from the lawn man, right? Martin says, gotta go. Good luck in farming. Great stream. Thanks, Martin. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming in and hanging out. It was a good time as always. At least I'm having a good time. But I appreciate everyone hanging out, for sure. And I do what I can to try to make it interesting and a good stream. And so far, that seems to be working out pretty well. Especially since it's a lot of crafting today, for sure. So that can make it kind of, you know, like I can see where that could get boring quick. If the streamer is, you know, not talking a lot or communicating or making the funniest jokes you've ever heard. I feel like I'm that guy, right? I'm the hilarious guy. Okay, so we got someone undercut us on the Forge Frameworks. 1,300 frameworks in front of us. So we'll just list these new ones we got on top. I don't think he'll cancel. We're down to 125, but we're still making some profit off of that, so that's good. All right. So this guy is set. And then now the big thing is, we'll go check Monopoly Man. Oh, wait, there's mail. Whenever there's mail, we got to go check it out. Because I like mail. I like checking the mail. But only if there's gold in there. I don't like it when I check it and there's expired auctions. I feel like, oh, that just costs money there. Alright, we sold 123 of the ciphers. I need to put my talent points in this guy, so that'll be closed. He's up to 133,000 gold. Let's see, was that all? Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Okay, yeah, we sold all the ciphers. That's good. Oh, we've got 27 still listed, but we'll cancel and relist those. So I feel like that's okay. But one question I do have when it comes to auctions, like if I put up a stack of 1,000 ciphers and it costs me like, well, let's say a stack of 270, that'll cost what, 380 gold deposit. And if I have like 27 left that didn't sell and I cancel it, let's see. Will I? Yeah, I'll just lose like 38 gold deposit, won't I? Because I get my deposit back when it sells, when each one sells, right? That portion of it? I think so. I think that's how that works. Okay. So in the middle of asking you guys, I think I figured it out. Alright, that's cool. Alright. So we relisted though. Man, oh man. Okay, everybody. Let me be on top of the stack, please. Oh, jeez. Happens every time. But at least it wasn't like 10,000 of them. It was just 30. Man. I feel like I gotta close the auction house and reopen it too. In order to see like them broken up. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but... Okay. So he's got that going on. Okay, so now let's go check Monopoly Man real quick. And hoping we sold some more exquisite Weaver cloth bolts. So we can get some of his gold back to buy more cloth. Like a never-ending cycle, I feel like, but that is okay. And, oh, he still has 895. Oh my gosh, and there's 6,000, almost 7,000-ish in front. So we're going to eat the cost on that for sure. Where did they go? There it is. And we'll put up a smaller stack. Put up 350. Instead of YOLOing it, we'll make a smaller stack. Like that'll end up better. All right. Now we have that set and going. I think we got... Oh, I didn't do crafting orders on my other guys. I'll have to do that here in a little while. But that brings us to after 11:30. So I'm going to end the stream here. But I appreciate each and every person that comes in here. If you just come in here and lurk and hang out, that's great. If you say something in chat, that's great. I just appreciate you guys coming because, like I said earlier, you guys could be checking out an infinite number of things on the internet, but you choose to come here and spend some time with me, and I appreciate that greatly. So, Asakura says, take care, guys. Don Vito says, thank you again for the help. Hey, no problem. Anytime you guys have questions about anything, I'll do my best to answer it. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything because I feel like I know just a little bit of what's possible in this game, especially with gold making and all this stuff. It's just, the game's so huge, it's impossible to remember everything or know everything. So I'll do my best to answer your questions, that's for sure. But I appreciate you guys. Hopefully I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Same bat time, same bat channel, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30-ish a.m. Central Time. That's what, Chicago time in the U.S., I guess. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And have a great rest of your Monday. See you later.